When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's group therapy on 99.7 DJX.
So Madeline reached out, hey, Ben and Kelly, hoping you can help. Mm-hmm. I got engaged last weekend. Yay.
Congratulations.
We're planning our wedding for the summer.
Okay.
My old best friend got married several years ago, and I was her maid of honor. I always figured I'd make her my maid of honor when I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, we aren't really that close anymore. Life has kind of pulled us in different directions, and she's going through a divorce right now and is super bitter about everything.
Ooh, I can understand, sure.
Yeah, we really haven't talked much in the last year and a half, but I've seen a lot of the drama go down on Facebook. So I'm wondering if I'm still, for lack of a better word, obligated to ask her to be my maid of honor given all of this. Now, I posted about my engagement on social media, and she has yet to comment or even text me congratulations.
Ooh.
It's just kind of all around awkward timing for her. And honestly, it's giving me anxiety thinking about possibly having her drama overshadow my wedding experience.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another friend from work I've really connected with over the last few years, which is much more of a presence in my life right now. I just don't want to hurt feelings, but I'm also trying to keep my wedding planning and wedding day as drama-free as possible. Any advice would be greatly appreciated.
Wow. I don't know if I'm being callous, but just go with your new friend. Like,
that's what I'm leaning towards too.
You know, I think yes, you guys were best friends. You were her maid of honor. I'm sure you did a great job. But
and it sounds like that she was like, I always thought that I would ask her. So I don't know if
never
they
agreed
made a
upon.
promise to each other.
Yeah, Miranda chimes in and says if she's already having doubts about it, I wouldn't do it. The maid of honor is in charge of so much, about like bachelorette party, speech, all that stuff. The day is about her and her man, not everyone else's feelings. So I guess maybe we're all, well, I don't know, we're all, you, me, and Miranda are all on the same page of, maybe let's go with this other girl and not your old friend. But how do we approach it with her old friend? Do you approach it with her old friend?
Well, like she said, she hasn't even reached out to say congratulations. I saw you're engaged and can't wait to help you plan your wedding or be a part of your experience. Like, she hasn't said anything like that. And Justin's like, heck no, leave bitter Betty on the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever had an experience where you've had to, have that hard talk with a good friend about this is why you're not going to be the maid of honor. And maybe you could lend your expertise to this. That might help Madeline here. 502-571-9970. Weddings. It's 99.7 DJX. Such a magical, stressful occasion. Madeline was her BFF's maid of honor for her wedding years ago and kind of assumed that would be reciprocated when the time came. Now she's engaged. They're in different spots. Her friend going through a divorce. They're not as close. So is she obligated to kind of follow through with the ask?
Well, and the friend hasn't even reached out yet to text her or even comment on a social media post. Congratulations.
Yeah,
a lot of people were kind of pointing that out.
Yeah, I mean, we all, at least initially, said, yeah, you know what? You've made a better friend in that time who's kind of there for you. Maybe you just ask her to be the maid of honor. And
yeah, I think you ask the people that are more of a presence in your life at the moment. Brittany said you're not obligated to have someone as a maid of honor or bridesmaids just because you were in their wedding. If she hasn't even reached out to you, let it be. Ask your work friend.
Jessica, now you self-admittedly were the friend in this situation.
I lived this experience. I was going through a divorce, and I was the bitter Betty, and I wasn't the maid of honor, but I should have recused myself from that position as even a bridesmaid because I just wasn't in a good emotional space to even be happy about someone else's stuff. because I was dealing with my own divorce drama.
Well, good for you for
That's big of you to
recognizing
realize
that.
Yeah.
Well, I ended up a couple months before the wedding, just like she asked me to like step down, and I was like, yeah, whatever. And I was mad at first, but like hindsight now, I'm like, God, she made the right decision, because I just being at the wedding shower and everybody being all happy and joyful about a wedding when my marriage was falling apart, and I was miserable. I felt like an outcast. It wasn't good. And so I'm just going to say, as someone who was, quote, the bitter Betty, just leave her to the side, especially if she hasn't even sent a congratulations text. She's just not going to be in a good headspace to be a part of any of it.
So just have that kind of one-on-one conversation, like, hey, I know you're going through a lot right now, and...
Right.
And celebrating me and my happiness is probably not where you want to be mentally and emotionally.
Exactly. Yeah, and just be like, look, I know you're dealing with a lot, and you're my friend, and I love you, but right now I just think you've got a lot going on, and with my wedding planning, and I need somebody who's going to be all in, head clear, all that stuff.
Yeah. But
I just don't think that it's a good time for you right now.
Right. But I am registered at Macy's and Dillard's, so...
For sure.
All right, Jessica, hey, thank you so much for phoning in.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a great day, guys.
All right, you too.
All right, bye.
Another good suggestion from Laura, and from experience, just said, again, the maid of honor in my wedding did not reciprocate and ask me to be her maid of honor. Same thing. We were close, assumed I would be hers. We grew apart. She asked someone else. I was a bridesmaid and totally fine with not being the maid of honor. It's her day, and what she wants is what should happen. All right.
Well, and Christy pointed out this too. She said the stuff she's going through, she might not even want to be involved, especially since she hasn't reached out yet to say congratulations. She's probably thinking, I hope she doesn't ask me to be in her wedding, LOL.
Yeah, and Angela even brings up a point. Look, we all know the bride's side of the story, but has she been there for her friend who's going through the divorce?
That is a very good point. And, Ginger said, I'd communicate something to your old friend, acknowledging that you understand that she's going through a lot right now, and you didn't want to burden her with maid of honor duties under the current circumstances. You might consider telling her that she's still important, and you'd love it if she wanted to be a bridesmaid, but, and hopefully that would alleviate extra duties for her while still having her be a part of the day if she wants to be.
The only problem with saying, I don't want to burden you with this, is she could say, no, it's no burden. I think it'd be a good distraction for what's going on in my life right now. This would be great. This would be wonderful.
That's what I need right now.
And
it's going to be great. It'll take the focus off of me and all the stuff I'm going through. And then by the way, I'm really sad.
And then you'd have to have that follow-up awkward conversation of, no, really.
No, are you sure?
No, really.
Exactly.
I don't want to burden you, and I'm going to ask
And
someone
I
else.
think that's what Madeline is really afraid of, is just having to keep revisiting, are you okay?
Right.
Is everything okay for you? Are you too stressed out? And she doesn't want to have to worry about that.
Right. All right. Well, Madeline, I think we're all agreeing that go ahead and go with your new friend with the maid of honor thing. But reach out and see how her, mental health is going.
There's a lot of good suggestions on how to start that conversation and what to say.
Yep, for sure. All righty. Well, hey, good luck. Keep us posted. That is group therapy.